the same thing for at that time for survival reasons because I wasn't working. And I had just moved and I had just paid for a funeral. So I was in survival and I just moved in with roommates where I have to be accountable because I didn't want to put their situations at risk. I was having a conversation with a person on OnlyFans asking for an anal video, and I didn't have one. And I told him many times, it's not content that I do, it's not content that I have. He asked for partnered stuff. I told him it's not stuff that I do, it's not stuff that I had. Then he was just asking for prices. And there was a moment where I was considering, because of my survival, I was like, this could pay my bill right now. Um, but I didn't. Instead, I negotiated down to a screenshot. There's a part of the film where I'm just bent over holding myself open and she's not in it at all. And I screen grabbed that and I went on OnlyFans and I tried to send it to him and I sent it for $35. My dignity at that point for me was worth $35. And I sent it and I went and I was hanging out with my roommates and about like 15, 20 minutes later, it couldn't have been that long, I got a call from her and she said, "Did you just send our sex tape?" And I said, "No, what are you talking about?" And then she sends me a screenshot of someone coming to her saying that I sent them. So I immediately go to my OnlyFans and I saw that I sent the video and not the screen grab.
Mm.
And I immediately deleted the video and logged out of OnlyFans. And I didn't put up new content until we had had conversation. We both freaked out because I had just exposed myself to some. I exposed a video not only that she did not consent to, but that I didn't fully understand or consent to, that someone saw a moment that I'm still trying to come to terms with just happened. I'm freaking out. She's freaking out over the phone. She's in LA and I'm in Vegas. And I tell her whatever she, whatever she chooses to do, I will respect. And she says, I need to cool down for tonight. And continues to berate me for another hour as I'm walking around the neighborhood, freaking out. We finally get to a stopping point, and the next morning we kind of talk, and she tells me that she's okay, and it was an accident, it was a mistake. You didn't mean it. We're gonna work through it. And I'm like, okay, what do you need from me? The next day, my roommate's going up to LA and I ask if I can ride up so that me and Rose can have an in-person conversation. And to be honest, I thought that was going to be our breakup. I was preparing for that to be our breakup. And we get to her house and I sit across the room on the little couch that she has and she's on the bed. And she's like, you can see she's annoyed with me. And she asked me, why am I sitting over there? And I said, because I'm scared. I just broke your trust. And she has me come over to the bed. And her brother's home. And I know he's not happy with me in this moment. And she starts kissing on me. At first, it's like innocent. It's like kissing the top of my head when she's holding me. And then she eventually pulls my chin up to look at her and kisses me and keeps kissing me. And then we end up having sex. And I gave it to her because I did this thing and I need to just be on my best behavior.
So she almost weaponized that against you to abuse you further then.
And the next day I went home and I thought we were going to be okay. I really did. But then it was the daily calls of berating and how could you? And for $35, really, I'm worth more than that. And I would try to tell her I didn't do it on purpose. And I guess the guy that went to her is saying, yeah, he did do it on purpose. He wanted to sell me your and that's how she's weaponizing it. One of her asks was that I deplatform from OnlyFans, and I have, and still to this day, I have not gone back. Because I do acknowledge that I did do the mistake. I didn't double check, I didn't verify. And I sent something that not only ruined her trust with herself, but my trust with myself. And yet, it was to one person, but the amount of people that know about that tape now because of her mouth.
Yeah.
She has decided to tell people what the tape is, who's in it, what we're doing.